The card of the day is Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Look at those eyes looking right at you. You know what you're supposed to talk about. Number 67. Definitely look that up. Angel number 67. Spiritual meaning of 67. Also, 6 plus 7 is 13. That's a very auspicious number. 13. Let's see what's behind it. Okay, let's not see what's behind it. Spirit wants us to read what is on page 67. Let's see. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Oracle message. Wolf Spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secret to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal. To your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You are the one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of Wolf Spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. Are you feeling truly in alignment with your destiny today? Do you know? Do you feel? What are you carrying? Where are you leading your pack? What are you offering to yourself? Where are you going for you? That's what a wolf does. A wolf walks through the woods, knowing exactly who they are, knowing their power, not afraid to fight, not afraid to be clever, not afraid to roll solo, not afraid to be part of a team, not afraid to be in partnership, protective, willing to fight, very cunning. What else do we know about wolves? That's quite a bit. The card of the day, turn knowledge into wisdom. Are you meant to write something? To speak something? Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe it's a TikTok channel or a YouTube channel or... You know what it is. Look in your heart. How do we do that? We get grounded, get super grounded. Like the card said, like the Oracle book said, to get into stillness and allow the message to come to you. And stillness doesn't mean sit still all day. However, that is helpful to be in stillness like that, in meditative stillness. However, many of us today are designed for moving meditations. So stillness refers to stillness of the mind. And I can attest to that being a muscle that needs constant attention to stay strong. And many times the world can be a very windy, noisy place. It can be very hard to maintain stillness of the mind despite what's happening around us. But that is the journey. That is the journey to peace within, that we are all here to get into, for lack of a better way to say that. It's 6:30 in the morning as I'm recording this. Well, I can say right about that we don't need to worry about perfection. Sometimes you can't remember the word, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that the whole rest of anything else is not valuable. You just pick up and move on. That's exactly what a wolf would do. If it drops something and it can't carry it or makes a mistake, you just keep going. That's what happens in the animal kingdom. You just keep going. And that is actually what my shaman and I were talking about. Her name is Kelly, and we've been working together for 4 or 5 years now. And we were talking about this the other day, that it's about endurance. Life, and what I said to her, I'll quote myself. I said, there's no way that you could pick one word to sum up the human experience by any means. It is way too diverse and way too nuanced and layered and oftentimes convoluted to sum it up in one word. However, if there was one word if there was only one word that you could choose, the word I would choose is endurance. And she completely agreed and said that she had been saying something very similar to her shaman or friend the other day. And then afterwards, I heard that word come out of 3 other teachers' mouths within 48 hours. So we're on to something, okay? We're on to something here with endure. And it's partially how much can you endure. It's also how well you can be while you endure. How physically well. How well can you take care of your body? How well can you eat? How can you choose quality, healthy ingredients despite the wind of the mind of the world saying, eat this fast food, eat this processed food, eat this, simple thing that makes your life easy, go to restaurants, eat, you know what I mean? And give your power away, right? How much can you endure of that before you come home to yourself health-wise and finally say, all right, I'm going to cook my own food. I'm going to maybe even go so far as to grow my own food. At the very least, I'm going to start buying at farmers markets and from the store, and, quality produce and quality ingredients. Okay, so that's one level of endurance that we're talking about. Another level of endurance that we're talking about is how well can you be emotionally while the chaos and winds of the world are coming at you from every which way. Give up your power here, drink this, eat this, smoke this, date this, watch this movie, watch this show, do this, all these things instead of spending time with yourself in nature, right? Instead of being the powerful wolf, we're being distracted in the mind. And how much can we endure of that before we come home to ourselves? And then while we're coming home to ourselves, and start thinking about higher quality things like creation over consumption. How can I create more of what I want in the world? How can I create the life that I want to live? How can I create the safe home that I want to be in? How can I create the community that feels right for me? How can I create good relationships? How can I create a good legacy? How much can you endure distractions of consumption before you get into creation? That's another level of endurance, right? How much can you endure of giving your power away to others in relationships before you start learning who you actually are, what your values actually are, where your boundaries need to be, and what kind of people that you like to be around that feel good and nourishing and uplifting. How much of poor treatment will you endure before you come home to yourself and start treating yourself better by choosing better, by not saying, oh, they did this to me, and realizing, no, you did it to you by staying. That's when how much of the bad relationship and karmic experience and lies and betrayal and infidelities and abandonments and neglections and chasing and avoidance and anxiousness will you endure before you come home to yourself emotionally in this way and become the secure person that you need to be for yourself first and foremost? And then you get to be in relationship with other people who've also done that. How much will you endure? So we turned knowledge into wisdom today. This is the card of the day. This is what the world is asking of me, of you, of us all. Wisdom is turning knowledge into action. It is integrating the lessons. It is integrating the past. It is integrating what you know to be true and trusting your instincts like the wolf, because you know you're wise, because you have fought to be alive, frankly, to survive. And now you are the leader of your own life. That is what turning knowledge into wisdom is becoming the leader of your own life. And stop giving your power away by saying, they didn't help me, they didn't tell me, they didn't do such and such. When you are empowered to be the leader of your life and the leader of your pack and the leader of your heart and the leader of your soul, you know that nobody does anything to you. And I'm speaking about these journeys that I was just talking about. I'm not speaking about actual abusive victims. That's a different scenario. Well, actually, it really isn't, because those scenarios are meant to teach us to fight back. And I can speak to that from experience, because every single thing that can happen to a human in abusive ways has happened to me at powerful levels, intending to get me to speak up, fight back, use my voice, get stronger, and change the world. If a lot of things have happened to you, it's because you are very strong, and you're meant to be very strong, and you're meant to show that to yourself first, and then your tribe. To yourself first, and then your tribe always. And that is actually exactly what I teach and talk about at my retreats, my private retreats. I work one-on-one with the leaders of the world. Every time I get another client and they sit down and tell me who they are, I am honored and privileged and shocked at what the world has sent me to take the light back home. And these are the things that we talk about. We pull cards. Well, actually, I haven't pulled a lot of cards lately, but now that I've done this today, I think I might pull this back in. But we talk about how to be better leaders in our lives and how to change what we are enduring from surviving to thriving, right? From just having knowledge to being wise. And yeah, Yeah. And it's a profound experience, frankly. So anyway, we always got to put a little plug about our work in there, right? Don't we? Because if you want to become your most powerful leader, that's what I do here in New Orleans in a bunch of different ways. First, we get you super grounded. Then we cleanse you, enlighten you, your body, your soul, your mind. We teach you tricks to manage all of this. And we heal your body with massage. We sing, we dance, we eat, we rest, we tree, we hang out with trees. We do all the shamanic things that are foundationally known to heal a human body, soul, and mind and heart. Life is not easy. Oh, wait, hold on. Life is simple, but it's not easy. And that's why we do it together.